Till now we have heard in Hindi and English. Heard about the glories of the Srila Prabhupada, such as Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaja, who listened about his transcendental life. And it's a very, very pure day today. Why? Because if you listen the appearance day katha of Guru and Vaishnavas, then it is the best. If you listen to the katha of God, the auspiciousness is there, but more auspiciousness is there in the listening the katha and katha about the devotees of God. Why? Because God is saying Himself that I am controlled by my devotees, completely controlled by the love of devotees. God is saying Himself. If you listen about my katha, but the more auspiciousness comes when you listen about the character life biography of His devotee. Why? Because God, He does not practice the behavior Himself, but the devotees, they practice and preach. They teach everyone, because God is not teaching. Guru and Vaishnavas, they teach. In Gita, God is also saying Krishna, He appeared in form of Gaur Sundar, and He taught us. In this regard, so that's why it is saying, like, if you cannot practice, then you should not preach. It's not work out if you speak high class kathas. In Bangla, there's a proverb in Bengal, like this is a proverb, like kothai chide, like it does not work if you just speak katha without any realization. You have to practice the things, and then this is best, like then you can preach properly. So here this is signifying that all the devotees of God, they personally, they practice, they follow the good behavior, and then they establish good behavior in the world and teach everyone. In this world, there are many people who are trying to preach, but in this world, those who come and those who practice themselves and struggle themselves and teach, and they are remembered for many lifetimes. Then you remember such personality, whether in a transcendental perspective or material perspective. For this regard, there are many observing of the appearance and disappearance day. In transcendental life it is also coming, spiritual life it is also coming, like the devotee's appearance and disappearance day we observe. Why? That this is the wealth of love that we are getting from them, so that we should try some realize, and we should do practice of it. For this regard, today we have gathered here on a very auspicious day today, and this is the Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaja's appearance day today, and we should listen about his life history, and we hear about his katha. Then by his mercy we will definitely attain bhakti. This life, when I first came to Devanand Gaudiya Math in my life, then in Devanand Gaudiya Math there was a very nice visual speaker. Everyone was gone somewhere, and that was appearance of Gaur Sundar at that time, and I was going to collect donations. So all the brahmacharis and sannyasis, they were gone, and I was alone in the temple. In the temple, only one brahmachari was there, and he was speaking. Pulakoi Govindai Namah. In Bangla this means like no problem, like no one is listening, at least the walls are listening. So in the proper time the lectures were not happening also when I came. And what to do? because the lectures were not coming. If not, they're not on time, then the devotees, they feel upset. And I had my uncle Madhusudan Maharaj, Krishna Kripa Brahmachari. He was there in the temple also. He asked me, why are you... So there are many, he used to handle many responsibilities in the temple, and he was sick at that time. So they would like to make cow dung cakes and then cook with them, burn them and then cook. I saw with my own eyes that how hard it was to cook at that time. They used to prepare cow dung cakes, then burn them and cook. In Gaudiya Math, if you don't get Purna Diksha, without teaching cooking, you cannot get initiation. Like to get initiation, first you need to learn cooking. First you have to learn cooking. In Devananda Gaudiya Math, it was very hard rules. If a non-devotee is doing in this temple, so for 3 days I did not eat anything, because it is very important to teach. Switching the frequency to 107. Did not eat properly, because if brahmachari is not following good behavior and then offering food to God, 107. So brahmachari, if it's not following good behavior and offering the food to the deities. And then Guru Maharaj, he was in Siliguri at that time, because it was very important to learn the cooking for all the brahmacharis. And my Guru Maharaj, Siliguri, he was always preaching, traveling here, there. He was always preaching. For this regard, this is coming. At that time in Devananda Gaudiya Math, there was very strict rules. Like before taking you won't get any. Like if you don't take initiation, you cannot enter the kitchen. You cannot even put your feet inside the kitchen if you are a non-initiated person. And cannot even distribute to devotees also. Like distribution of food. Only no. I'm not talking about the Harinam, the initiation. They say, okay, you're cooking. No. You need full mantra initiation. Then you can enter in kitchen. Okay, so in this, I'm saying this katha because that my uncle Madhusudan Maharaj, because there was a brahmachari, he was not brahmachari was sick and he was cooking and not following good behavior and offering to the deities, and the lectures were not happening in the time on temple at correct time. It was not happening because no one was there at the temple at that time. So if Harikatha did not happen, nobody likes it, the devotee gets upset, brahmachari also gets upset, and this is true. If Harikatha does not happen, then mind also get disturbed, headache also coming. So when Harikatha happens, sometimes headache is coming if you speak a lot of katha. If you don't speak Harikatha, then also headache coming. This is the thing. This is true. So then what happened? I asked my uncle what to do. I don't feel like good because Harikatha is not happening. Gurudev was not feeling good. So my uncle said, go. There is Saraswati Gaudiya Math, there you go. So next morning, I went to that Saraswati Gaudiya Math to listen Harikatha. I first took darshan of Nitila Prabhupada Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaj. I took his darshan at that time. Because at that time, like Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, there was no sannyasi, they were all preaching. They all were gone for preaching. And then again, I went to Saraswati Gaudiya Math. And then I saw that Srila Maharaj, Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaj, he was explaining Harikatha about very beautiful. He was used to sit, and there were many Western disciples sitting, and they were like completely surrounding that Maharaj. Then I saw that it's like I was seeing very nice preacher. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu he was speaking at that time, and he was speaking about the shloka. I remember he was speaking the shloka. In this shloka, he was explaining this, and no one could understand the meaning of this shloka, like whether it's the like what is the definition of this shloka. He was explaining each word in detail, but I was very enjoying his Harikatha. Even I was not understanding properly, but I still like to listen. Like how Mother Yasoda is called here. Like Mother Yasoda has no bhakti. Why? Because she's chastising Krishna. And Charun Mushti, what is he doing? He is wrestling with Krishna. Charun Mushti is wrestling with Krishna. And then Krishna becomes happy. When Mother Yasoda is chastising, Krishna is getting upset. And when the Charun Mushti is wrestling, Krishna is getting happy. I was hearing this, not understanding properly, but I really like to listen this. The first Harikatha I learned in Gaudiya Math, the first Harikatha I listened by was from Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaja. That was the first Harikatha in my life that I heard in Gaudiya Math. That was from Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaja. Especially when he used to speak Harikatha, all his disciples, when they asked questions, they had a specific time for questions and answer. I saw with my own eyes. They used to say chant holy names, and he answered all the queries of his disciples also. Very beautiful Harikatha used to speak. And he used to speak the name of God. When he did kirtan, his kirtans completely melted the hearts of everybody. And if not even not understanding Harikatha, I'm saying this truth for myself. Early in the morning, there are from 4 to 5 a.m. he used to speak Harikatha. I remember every day. I did not understand Harikatha, but I went there to listen this kirtan of Gaur Naam. I went because it was so ecstatic mood. I did not understand Harikatha properly. I told you, like Vyapti Dosh, Avyapti Dosh, like deep philosophies. Anna Bilash Dashunnam, Anna Bilash, Kanna Bilash. Like everything could not understand in starting, Like they're very complex. If you speak 10 times, and if you listen 10 times, and 10 times you read, then you can understand. Because it's not easy to understand these things. There's very high class definitions are there. I could not understand, but every day I went to listen his ecstatic kirtans. Then when he chanted the name of Gaur, I really felt blissful. When he did the kirtan of Gaur. When the katha ended, then I did pranams. Every day he gave pranams. I also give pranams. And he used to give me blessings also. And I really liked it. And he loved to my uncle also. And his beautiful smile also melted my heart. Because he loved his disciples so much. He gave me so much love and affection to me also. Like every day I used to go to listen his katha for 2 to 3 months straight. Every day I used to go listen Harikatha from him. Then Srila Gurudev Narayan Goswami Maharaj, I took darshan of him later. Then I met Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Then I met Srila Gurudev Vaman Goswami Maharaj. But I went for straight 2 to 3 months, so I developed some love and affection with him. And he used to make some jokes with me. He said, "You live in temple?" I said, "Yes, I live in temple." "Did you stay in my temple?" He said. At that time I was thinking what to do. I was speaking simply language. No, I will not stay in this temple, I said. "Why? You will not stay? Because my uncle is there in that temple. I will stay there. Why I stay here? Because I stay with my uncle. Why I stay in this temple?" And he used to laugh, and he said, "Okay. Where you like, you stay there. No problem. Wherever you like, you stay there." At that time I could not understand his glories. But now I am remembering that how he used to have love and affection with me. I might have done some aparadh also, but anyways, Then I came, and then every day morning I used to study scriptures from him, listen Harikatha from him. It was so blissful. In reality, Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaj Katha that you are hearing me right now, you are hearing, then you can learn from his Guru Nishtha that he had and the bhajan he did. How? The time is up, is it? Okay, just take 2 minutes. I did not even start. It was just introduction. I did not even start properly. Introduction. I just introduce and katha ends, but we just speak katha properly, not from introduction to body to conclusion. No. Anyways, I'll just take 2 minutes. Bear with me for 2 minutes. So you just heard early in the morning, he used to wake up. We used to recite Guru Ashtak, did Kirtan of Vishwanath Chakravarti Pads, Guru Ashtak, Davanal. Then, what did we used to do? We said Bhakti Saraswati Prabhupadas, Ashtak glory, his glorifications. We did Kirtan of that, Sujanar Buddha Radhita Padugam, this one. He himself used to sing this beautiful Kirtan ecstatically. And among all the Gaudiya temples, in all the Gaudiya temples, they do this Kirtan. Everywhere. See the Guru Nishtha, Guru Bhakti, the devotion towards Guru. This are the backbone of our spiritual life. And this was established by Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaja. And Bhakti Kesava Goswami Maharaj took sannyas from whom? Kesava Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Kesava Goswami Maharaj, he received sannyas from who? From Prabhupada. But in reality, he took from Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Gosvami Maharaj. He gave proper sannyas, like with proper rituals. For this regard, Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Goswami was not an ordinary personality. By the mercy of Guru, by his mercy, if you don't have mercy of Guru, we can never enter this path of spirituality. Not possible at all. But on this note, I would like to end my Harikatha. Give me mercy that all life after life, I serve Guru in Vaishnav and make my life successful.
Sridhara.